We have some excellent things that sold on eBay today, and like I said before, we're trying to sell more expensive items, but some of these are lower end and some is like not that bad. So let's go ahead and go over it real quick. And this gigantic box is actually one of the mufflers from my friend's car that we put his new mufflers on. This one sold for $350 plus shipping, and then I used the same box as his new muffler. I'll put it in that box and you're good to go. 20 bucks for the Redskins jacket here. We did have, I think, only 12 bucks on this, an event for all seasons, Precious Moments sold, that was plus shipping. Inside of here is a gold-filled little, it's not C4, it will not explode. I should probably like put that on there or scratch that out. The old post office would be like, oh my goodness, there's C4 in here. But this is a key fob thing, or a pocket watch fob from the company Simmons. And it sold for 35 bucks plus shipping. The big Milwaukee hammer drill that we got from a auction not too long ago sold for $95. 65 doll hairs for this guy right here. That was a free remote. That's our last one. Wish I had a whole bunch of those. Snap-on tools sold. The socket sold for like 10 bucks plus shipping. We had 2 CDs back there, so I think one was like 20 bucks and one was $10. And I think that is it. Today we've already actually, it's only I think 11:30 or 11:45. We have done an entire storage unit. And then after the storage unit, we came and picked up orders. We're gonna go ahead and ship these out today. Tomorrow's gonna be a thrifting day. Busy trying to get this content out and also getting stuff ready for the Whatnot Show, which is Saturday. We have a ton of awesome stuff for the Whatnot Show. Remember, that link is down below if you want to go ahead and join it. We are out at the storage unit. We would be filming outside, but there's like a hurricane outside off our coast. It's crazy. It's been there for like 65,000 years and it just won't go away. And I think it brought in the ragweed, didn't it? Because the sinuses are really messed up. But what we're going to do today is pick up a whole bunch of orders. It is actually Sunday afternoon and we have 23 orders that sold, or 30 orders. We had stuff over the house that sold almost immediately. We'll go over those too. And also we're going to talk about things that in the business that we do that have been really good that we have bought, and some things that we think that really aren't necessary in the reselling business. But first we're going to go over some stuff. We did have a comment about us buying so much stuff and then like having huge death piles and everything like that. I will tell you this though, I have been caught before with zero inventory, and that is not good. We always used to, like, what we like to have about a month to 2 months of, if something happens where we can't go out or something weird happens, like I don't know, the country shuts down, that we can actually be able to list things online and not go out thrifting. We like to have that cushion there. So it's not like a death pile to us. It's not like we have 6, 7, 8 storage units full. We actually only have, well, one real, not even a whole storage unit full of stuff. It's like a half a storage unit of stuff, but it would be a month of full listing. So just a little bit on that. Let's go in, pull some orders. At the storage unit, we got some sales to go over. First, we got, it is boot weather, becoming boot weather. And we did put this store on 15% off for this weekend. These sold for 46 bucks plus shipping. We really kind of broke even on these. We thought they were going to be better. They just weren't. Right? We overpaid for them at the yard sale, but we got our money back plus maybe $2 probably. But sometimes you live and sometimes you learn. Hopefully you live and learn. But you really do make your money on the buy. I mean, I know you have to sell the item, but other than that, you make it on the buy. If we would have bought those for 10 bucks, we would have made money. Since we bought them for 40 bucks, we didn't make money. What I'm looking for is this little Mako. We got these for like 10 cents a piece, and they've been selling very consistently for $7.65 plus shipping on that. We also have them in our booth. Actually, I think we're sold out of them in our booth, aren't we?
One, I think.
We got one left. Harley Davidson 3XL button-up shirt sold for $16 plus shipping. Then we are scary low on golf clubs. We just haven't been finding them. This one sold for $21 plus shipping. It is a women's Callaway right-handed club. It is a 9-wood. This guy, we took apart some speakers. This is a tiny little speaker or tweeter from a Polk SL6506 tweeter. $42.50 for that. So if you find a very good speaker and say you don't want to like ship the whole speaker, take it apart, part it out. My house looks like a chop shop for small electronics. They quiver to think what happens in the garage, don't they? I start carrying in like a radio. It's like Toy Story when all the toys.
Toy Story.
Yeah, where all the toys were scared to go into what's his name's house. That's what electronics are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Randy.
Spike.
Spike.
Something.
I think you're right.
that was the dog.
Probably not Randy. Some hubcaps sold, $153 plus shipping on these. When I bought these on the Bearded Thrift Machine channel, people said, you'll never get your monies out of that. You wasted your money. Paid 20 bucks for them. 154. 153 plus shipping. Then you have like a little sleeveless silk lace thing. New, size 6, $15.30 plus shipping.
I think you got that out of a storage unit.
I think we did too. Howler Brother is a very good brand, and that is their name right there. I got these at the Goodwill for like $6. They sold for $55.25 plus shipping on these. Always a good brand. Their hats, their shirts, their pants, all of that brand sells very, very well. A very large cast iron tree stand sold. Check this out. That bad boy sold for $32.72 plus shipping. I actually gave my dad a couple of these because we had 3 or 4 of them, and they do sell. They just take a really long time to sell. A snap-on socket sold. Little guy, $8 plus shipping on that. Another golf club sold right here. It did need a grip, so that's why this is usually a $20 club, but now it's only a $15 club. That was plus shipping. One of our sleeveless, really nice embroidered, the one with the hog on it right here, denim sold. That was out of our Harley find that we had at the Goodwill. $34.32 plus shipping. Fly fishing gear is also, because fly fishing is going to be coming up, 20 bucks for this. And this is from the Northwest Territory real camo men's padded vest. This could be fly fishing or shooting vest, totally up to you. And then you did have a Yamaha Raptor manuals for any type of engine. They usually do sell between 10 to 15 bucks, sometimes a lot more than that. And we actually just bought a manual for the Mustang off of eBay. On Amazon, they were brand new for 35 bucks, right? And I was like, 35 bucks is a lot of money. So what I did was got on the old eBoo, went to used, found a person that had a good used one, got it for what, $15? I'm telling you, eBay can save you money. Like if I was just like, oh, I'm an Amazon guy, I would have been out 20 bucks. See what I'm saying? There's a Polk two-way crossovers here, $15. They came from the same speakers that those tweeters came from. Seriously, just chop shop. And then we did sell these. We got these on our road trip. We gave somebody a really good deal for 50 bucks for the Chippewa Classics. They are size men's 7.5. I think that hurt them a little bit because that is a smaller size. If they were size like 9 to 11, they probably would have went for a little bit more money. But 50 bucks somebody offered. I said, you know what? I only paid like $8 for them. We'll take them. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and put this stuff in that cart. We're going to go over to the other storage unit and do a box inventory. And then we're going to talk about some things that we think are very important that we've bought in this business that helped us out, and some things that really haven't helped us out. I think that I've either had too much. We ain't got no lights.
Sticker coming soon.
Sticker coming soon. Either it's warm in here or I've had too much caffeine because I'm starting to smell colors at this point. Let's go over to the other one and look at some boxes. I know that doesn't sound fun, but boxes are cool. Box inventory time. As you can tell, we have a lot of stuff, and the reason why we have so much of this is because we are saving a good bit of this for Whatnot shows for Christmas season.
And the booth.
Yeah, and for the booth for Christmas. So it just takes a lot of space. As you can tell, we have a whole bunch of these because we haven't been selling a lot of golf clubs, so this will not be in the box inventory, but we definitely need a lot of 9x7x5s and 8x6x4s, and then we also need the 12x12x8s, and then the shoebox sizes, right? And then we also have a bigger box we use, which is a 16x14x12, which is an oversized box, but is a very helpful box for bigger items. So right there, we're going to buy a whole bunch of it because a very nice gentleman actually told me about, if you use Uline, they have actually free shipping coming up. If you know anything about Uline, Uline has very expensive shipping because it is in an 18-wheeler usually, and it comes to you. And so free shipping on that is actually going to save us, what, like $300 or $400?
Yeah.
So that ain't too shabby. So we're going to put in an order. I think it starts like the 16th of September and runs for about a week. We do use bubble wrap, but one of the things that we found out that is cheaper than bubble wrap is using the paper. We use the newspaper print thing from Uline, way cheaper than bubble wrap. We don't ever do a lot of glass. So that's one of the things that we were like, you know what? Let's really try to use more paper. Things aren't breaking, right? And so it's a lot cheaper. We just, definitely use a lot less bubble wrap now. As you can tell, we actually probably won't even buy bubble wrap, right?
Yeah.
And we were buying 4 of these at once every quarter, which bubble wrap is so expensive nowadays. Now, paper, still pretty cheap, And then, so that's one thing that we really figured out was, hey, stop buying so much bubble wrap. If you can use paper, use paper. It is cheaper. It pads the stuff. Now, if you're using glass, and we're only saying this, the stuff that works for us, right?
Right.
That you might, sell a whole bunch of glass and you probably want to use bubble wrap.
Sure.
We don't sell a whole bunch of breakable items, so paper works for us. Another thing that we found was really worth its money is going to be a thermal printer. We printed on a printer for a long time. Tape the stuff on there. You can do it. But I'm telling you right now that it's much easier if you just, what was going on with that thing? It was fighting me. Stop it. I'm trying to make a video. It does make it a lot faster just to do the thermal printer. No ink, you just slap it on there. That's one thing that's well worth its money. Also, a quality scale. And the reason why I'm bringing all this stuff up is actually a Goodwill employee came up to me and asked, hey, I kind of want to start selling stuff on eBay. Give me some really beginner pointers. So he was like, is it worth this, this, and this? So that's why I'm kind of telling you all this, because some things we found out weren't worth it and some things were. A good quality scale was worth it with a detachable face. We've had cheap scales,
yes.
Right? And they don't work. They don't give you the proper, weight. Next thing you know, the USPS is on your back because things are wrong. Good quality scale. You can pick them up at Amazon. We don't have any links to anything. Just pick up a good quality scale that actually has good, reviews and everything. That's what we use. Just good ones that have reviews. Now they're not cheap. I mean, I think we spent $40 on a scale. So they're kind of expensive. I think $40 is a lot for a scale. But if it's a good quality scale that gives you the right reading, it's worth it, because if you start getting those, USPS little, oh, it was over this amount or under this amount and we charged you this, that's going to happen with a bad scale. Also, tape measure. Just a regular tape measure, don't have to be fancy. A tape measure you must have. And then we also found out that with lighting, we bought light boxes in the very beginning for small items. We found out that we never used them. We spent some decent money on light boxes. I think they were, $30 to $50 because they had different backgrounds and all this stuff. Now using Photo Room, you can literally put anything on the background. So we don't even use that. Maybe you do use light boxes and you like them. They give you a good light and you only do small items. That's fine. We do an array of stuff. And to get the light box out, to put it up, to set it up, to do all that stuff, we just found out there was more hassle than not. And also it took up space, and we don't have a lot of space. We still work out of our house and out of storage units, so we don't have a lot of space to have a special light box area. So that was one thing that we didn't use. You might use it, but we just didn't. With just a regular good light and Photo Room, we got the same results. Another thing that people always spend a ton of money on would be like a camera or something like that. We still, a lot of times, now that one right there we're on is a fancier iPhone, but this is like an older iPhone that just has the 2 little ones right here, the cameras. This works fine. As long as somebody can see the pictures, because it's so funny, because we just listed 4 really nice ratchets, vintage Craftsman ratchets. The pictures are not that good, are they? Honestly, it's just a ratchet sitting on a table. But if you're looking for that ratchet and you can see that it's in good condition, that's all that it is it's really just, that's what they're looking for. So a really high-end camera, or really, I got to go get the iPhone 365. They just came out with the Pro X Max series. You don't need it. Just get something that can shoot in 4K picture-wise. Really, a flip phone at this point can probably do that. So the cameras, really, you don't need a high-end camera. I know some people are going to say, yes, I do. I use a DSL 65,000 and it costs me $40. I get it. That's you. I'm just telling you what we do, right? And then also, we do, though, really we used to ship on basically folding tables.
Yeah.
Right? Like they came from a church, because the church got new ones, and we bought 2 of their old ones. They were the real heavy duty. They weigh 700-pound brown ones. You all know, if you went to church, y'all had a potluck on one of them tables before, man. And if you're a man or a woman and you've moved one of those tables, you know that they weigh 400 pounds, but they're rickety. They move like this, and they make the squeaking noise. So we worked off of those for 3 years, and we picked them up super cheap. Actually, I think it was. our church that we went to, right, got rid of them or something. We bought them. I forget how.
It was your mom and dad's.
It was, yeah, somehow we bought these super cheap from a church because they got new ones. And they worked fine. But when we had enough money, we really wanted a table that, one, we could stand up and work on. And also, it was a lot more sturdy. So we did go to Uline and we got their L-shaped tables, their packing tables, which is set up for packing stuff. And I will tell you this, they are very expensive. Very, very expensive. I think they were $900 to $1,000 each. I have the maple top. You just have the gray top because we use mine for the whatnot. Yours, you use yours for your jewelry, which is more of a I'm not gonna say a bland color, but it doesn't have the contrast. It looks very nice when you do your jewelry shows. And for the maple top, it looks better on camera for the actual whatnot shows. They're not cheap, but they are hardy, they're sturdy, you can stand up, and that's one of our best buys yet, is a good solid packing table. Because once you get your packing area set up, it is just bing bang boom. You ain't rickety, you ain't eating your potluck on it, you don't have to move it. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get that was really, you know, one of the things that we splurged on in the beginning having the business, that it really was worth its money. It didn't feel like it was worth its money when we paid $900 for them, because that's a lot of money. We're kind of like iffy about it, weren't we?
I wasn't.
Oh, I was. I was like, $900 for a table.
I knew that it was going to be worth it.
But it was worth it, 100%. It just gave you a lot more space. There is organization underneath of it, which you can have more organized stuff, little cubby holes and everything. So it was a really good table. But that's just a few things that we found out that actually has worked for us. Right down below, if you have something like, hey, try this, or this has really worked out for me, or something that makes it easier, a sharp knife for redoing boxes. Also, boxes. I was talking to the guy asking the question, is buying the correct box for the item, I think, saves so much time. Because those right there, the 4x4x48s, that is a hard box to replicate.
Yeah.
You cannot build this at your house. You know what I'm saying? It would take you an hour to build the 4x4x48 box. Also, another one that is hard to replicate is going to be a record box. A 13x13x2 that has a way to make it bigger or smaller. That's a hard box to replicate. Now, you could get a pizza box and flip it over and eat, go to Papa John's and eat cheese out of it, and then it smells like pizza with the record, but also looks more professional with the actual record box. So, and when we started, we did go to Walmart, we did go to Dollar General, and we went to these places to get boxes for free. And then we realized we were spending more time box hunting and getting wrong size boxes that it was actually worth. So once we figured out what we ship, how we can ship things, and the box sizes that we use the most. Now, we do have to resize some boxes, don't get me wrong. It's not like every box is perfect.
Right.
And we still, with big boxes, we still look for those at yard sales, at, wherever they're getting rid of like real big boxes, things that ship to us in, we keep the real big boxes. But for little boxes, we found it very, very time efficient to go ahead and buy the correct box for the item. That was a lot of talking, but I felt like they were very important things going into the fourth quarter. Remember, if you do have an eBay store, you probably have a coupon coming up, a $50 coupon. We use those for the usually the suffocation bags, like the clear bags. We just buy a whole bunch of them because we're going to be using a ton of boxes, ton of those for the whatnot shows in December. Now, in November, December, we will be doing probably 2 whatnot shows a week. We ain't got no lights in here either. What is going on? Yoda, it's the light be with you. No? Okay. So that right there, that's going to be our Sunday. We're going to go home and pack this up. We did already pack our whatnot orders. We appreciate everybody coming out to our whatnot. It was awesome. We had like 35 orders or 45 orders. It was a lot of orders. Also, we still do have Yoda. If anybody's interested, we haven't put him on eBay yet, but that's going to happen today. We're going to go home, pack this stuff, ship it out. Again, we appreciate, we don't say this enough, thank you so much for everybody that watches these videos, that likes, that comments, that is also watching the big channel, the Bearded Thrift Machine, that likes and comments there. We can't do this without you all. We just want to say thank you so much. We're out of here.